Hello everyone, I'm Courtney Courtwright. Thank you so much for tuning in to 9 on the Positive Side this weekend. We start off talking about our Living Local series. WNCT is excited that this is happening all month. We're showcasing one place here in ENC each day during our afternoon newscasts Monday through Friday. And today we're taking you to different places we've highlighted in the East so far. In Carteret County, we're shining a light on what makes Newport a great place to live and a great place to visit. 9 on your sides, Ken Watlington has more.
Welcome to Newport. It's a town you've probably passed through on your way to and from the Crystal Coast beaches, but there's so much here to explore the next time you're down this way, including the Croatan National Forest, 160,000 acres covering parts of Craven, Carteret, and Jones counties. And Newport is the perfect starting point if you want to explore the Croatan. With the beautiful scenery, the many trails to walk, the beach you can lay on, and many more things to do, this forest offers a lot of fun activities for all ages. Once you're done exploring nature, how about some history at the Civil War Memorial Park, home of the Battle of Newport Barracks? Taking a tour through here is like stepping back in time. Some incredible artifacts on display dating back to the 1860s. You can learn all about that battle and much more here at the park. And once you're done exploring, maybe wind down here in the heart of Newport with something to eat or a cold beverage, including here at Shortwave Brewing Company. It's my most recent People and Places feature. If you missed it, you can watch it online now at WNCT.com. Living local in Newport, Ken Watlington, 9 on your side.
And now we want to head to Snow Hill. 9 on your side's digital reporter Emily Severage takes us there to check out all the recreational activities this small town has to offer.
The town of Snow Hill is a hot spot for recreation with tons of indoor and outdoor facilities. There's something for everyone in this super active community. Tuesday morning, 9 on your side packed the car and hopped on the road just 30 minutes outside Greenville to the town of Snow Hill. You can call Snow Hill the sports and recreation hub of Greene County, with a state-of-the-art recreational complex for indoor and outdoor activities, a local boat ramp, ample fishing locations, and a racquetball and swim club. And all that opportunity for recreation brings in a lot of out-of-towners.
We're a small community. We're 20 miles from everything, from Wilson, Greenville, Goldsboro, and Kinston, so we're in the middle of everything, as we say. A lot of good people here, and we bring a lot of recreation. That's one of the biggest economic development things we have for Greene County. Baseball, football, all the recreation, tennis, etc. And now golf course out at Cutter Creek.
And of course, you can't forget Wooley Swamp Farms, a family-owned campsite just off Highway 13, offering elevated cabins for glamping and a 6-acre pond for fishing. No matter where you are in Snow Hill, there are plenty of opportunities to get active. And continue to stay with us here at WNCT for more of our Living Local series, where we highlight new places every day of the work week. Reporting in Snow Hill, Emily Severage, 9 on your side.
Now our Claire Millay is taking us on a trip to Plymouth. It's the largest town in Washington County. She checked out its fascinating history, including its role in the Civil War.
Here in Plymouth, the Roanoke River Lighthouse is a big part of this town's unique history. While the lighthouse tells the story of this once bustling port town, back in 1864, Plymouth was the home of the final Confederate victory in the Civil War at the Battle of Plymouth. As a member of the Washington County Historical Society, Jimmy Hardison helps run the Port of Plymouth Museum. He tells the story of that battle when the Confederate battleship, the CSS Albemarle, defeated the Federalists.
The Albemarle did arrive, but it was a kind of a day and a half late. However, it did come down. It wound up sinking the USS Southfield and damaging the Miami, and they retreated to the Sound. From then on, from April, the town of Plymouth was occupied by Confederate forces until October 27, 1864.
And now, just in front of the Port of Plymouth Museum, right in the Roanoke, you can see a life-size exact replica of the CSS Albemarle. And inside that museum are all kinds of fascinating replicas and artifacts from that battle. Hardison says later on the Federalists did return, ultimately sinking the Albemarle and taking the town of Plymouth. He says it's important to remember this history as it's a big part of the town's culture. In Plymouth, Claire Millay, 9 on your side.
Now we're heading over to Pollocksville and all the things they have to offer we're about to show you. Check out one of them, Magnolia Lane Campground. There's 25 RV campsites and 5 tent sites for people to rent out. Inside the grounds, they also have trails and a lake to enjoy scenic views. There's a bonfire pit, dog park, and a playground too. The owner of the campground says Pollocksville is the perfect location, right between the coastal beaches and the city of New Bern.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to take advantage of our greatest asset, which is the river. It's also our greatest liability when it floods, but when it doesn't flood, it's our greatest asset. So we obviously want to encourage people to come to Pollocksville and use our facilities.
Bender says their most recent addition is the beach, so families can build sand castles or just lay out and relax. Time now to take a trip to the city of New Bern. If you like art, you'll want to check this out. Now on your sides, Elena Verdine has more.
Rain or shine, the Art Walk in New Bern is the perfect place for both visitors and creators alike to come and celebrate art. The Art Walk has been a tradition in New Bern since 2006, with each month bringing new art from local artists as well as creators from all across the country. This month's event features stops at 32 locations, ranging from art galleries to cafes to even a yoga studio. The Craven Arts Council credits the community for their endless support of the event.
I just think New Bern has a lot of support, grassroots support for the arts. We're a town of 30,000 people, a county of 90,000, but we have more galleries than towns of 90,000. It becomes a night where both cultural appreciators and culture makers can really come out and meet each other.
In a community with a love for artists of all kinds, New Bern's Art Walk is a must-see for anyone living in the East with an appreciation for creativity. Art Walk takes place the second Friday of every month, and there is sure to be something for everyone to enjoy. In New Bern, Elena Verdine, 9 on your side.
As prices for many items continue to rise, one local church is taking off some of the cost burden by giving away free groceries. Take a look at this. Koinonia Christian Center hosted a grocery giveaway. Around 1,000 people got free groceries, including meat, veggies, and canned goods. Church leaders say it's important to support people in times like this.
It feels really, really good, not only for what we're able to put into the hands of people, but this allows us to be able to pray with people, to talk to people. In this time of food insecurity, it brings on other types of pressures, pain, frustration, and so we get an opportunity to speak with people, to allow them to talk about it, and then to pray with them.
Such a nice thing to do. Evans says the church hopes to have another grocery giveaway later this year. Coming up on 9 on the positive side, board games aren't only a great way to have some fun. We'll show you how one North Carolina teacher is using them for fun and turning these games into learning tools too. Plus,
he came up with the idea and we put pencil to paper and drew it up, and he helped me build it.
and later on, the story about a young boy who's taking his obsession to the community. How he's doing it ahead. Summer break may be in full swing, but the Coastal Women's Shelter is making sure kids are ready when school does come around. The shelter is having its annual back-to-school backpack drive. From now until the end of the month, they'll be collecting everything from pencils to folders for those in need.
We tend to forget the children when we're offering services as a community. We always look to the adults. And so we want to always remember the children. We at Coastal Women's Shelter try to run a lot of programs throughout the year that focuses on the children, and this is one of them.
The group is accepting donations at their main office and boutique. We have those locations listed on our website at WNCT.com. And check this out. Board games can be a great way to have some fun. One North Carolina teacher is also turning them into a learning tool. In Alamance Middle School, social studies teacher Jessica Taylor used them for end-of-the-year tests for students. They created board games with at least 25 questions from information they learned in class on the nation's wars. Some came up with a remake of a favorite board game. Others created an entirely new game.
It's not a sit down and take a paper pencil test. They can show me what they've learned. They do get to work together, but you still can see how much each one of them has learned. In the end, they were graded on the accuracy of their questions, how well they worked as a group, how creative their game board was.
Taylor says she's been doing this for a few years now. She says it's become a student favorite. Out of Michigan, a group of middle school students are gardening, and they're giving back through an initiative called Monday Night Markets. The market features free produce and veggies as inflation continues to impact families all across the United States. Megan Bunchman has more.
So right here we have spring onions and parsley.
Every Monday night at Holland Middle School, you can find Maya Waltman.
Kind of tastes garlicky.
And students like her helping the community pick fresh fruit and vegetables grown by STEM students at their school.
We have tomatoes. They're kind of exploding everywhere right now.
From lettuce to peppers and everything in between, fresh produce is right for the picking thanks to this greenhouse, which was also built by students and their neighboring community.
Students walk them through the greenhouse, explain what kinds of things are ready to harvest that week. It changes week to week because of growing seasons.
And while students learn the growth cycle of fresh produce,
it's very interesting to see them growing instead of in the grocery store.
And perhaps some sales tips.
We have a lot of lettuce since it's really hard to kill and it just regrows really quickly.
The community is gifted fresh, free food, which may help offset an already tight grocery budget.
The first year we had about 20 people come in from the community to harvest, and last year we had about 120.
The greenhouse operates all year long, although its Monday night market is seasonal. Once the school year starts back up, excess produce is used for school snacks and lunches for any student who may want a healthier alternative. Megan Bunchman, News 8.
A 75-year-old woman in Nashville, Tennessee is defying odds after she says she wanted to find a way to feel closer to God. Darlene Baker was recommended to a spiritual program. While it included more than just scripture, adding martial arts into the mix. Despite having hip and shoulder issues, she says she managed to get her black belt in Taekwondo. She says she's still the same person, but she feels the new title may affect how people view her.
You know, I don't ever expect to use it to take anybody down. I hope I don't ever have to. But to know that you have some skills that you could protect yourself at least a little bit more than you could before is a good feeling.
Baker says she's saving her moves for the match. She says at least she will have them at her disposal. Exciting news for Pitt County ahead on 9 on the positive side. More on the Little League Softball World Series and the ladies playing in it. It's something some of us probably had when we were kids, Hot Wheels. I know my brothers did. A little boy is taking a love for cars, an idea from a little free library, and sharing to a new level. Janelle Bluda has this story.
I'm setting this up.
For 5-year-old Bo,
now that thing goes there.
Racing Hot Wheels is
my favorite thing in the world.
So much so, his garage is full of them.
Most of them should be Hot Wheels.
It all started with a walk through the neighborhood.
I told my mom, you know how about those little free libraries? I said that to my mom, and I told her I wanted to make one, but for cars instead of books.
Take a car and leave one. Bo had the idea, Dad, the tools.
At an early age, he was obsessed with Hot Wheels, and he came up with the idea, and we put pencil to paper and drew it up, and he helped me build it.
Next, Bo's free garage was open for business, and as owner and operator,
do you know how this works? No.
Bo tries to ensure every transaction.
Do you want any of these? Yes, I think I want this one. Okay.
His inventory is quite organized. He's even the salesman.
You even get to open up new cars that are in the package if you want.
Bo's free garage has been open for about a year and has done roughly 1,000 trades.
Everyone can come all day, every day if they want.
It's a passion Bo loves to share.
They can take however many they want.
And for him, it's a new surprise.
I never know if I'll get a truck or a car.
Every time.
This one.
In Houston, Janelle Blue to KHOU 11 News.
In Louisville, Kentucky, it's a bird, it's a plane, well, it's Superman. Superheroes from both Marvel and DC surprise patients at Northern Children's Hospital. You can see Superman is getting some help from Batman, Iron Man, and Spider-Man, of course. This isn't the first year they've scaled this building. This is actually an annual event at the hospital aimed at bringing joy to the children who often receive treatment for weeks on end. A special member of the 9 on Your Side family is celebrating a big birthday. Next, we'll introduce you to this sweet girl. For the second straight year, the Little League Softball World Series will be held at Elm Street Park right here in Greenville. For the first time, Pitt County will be represented. 9 on Your Side sports reporter Garrett Short has more with the Ladies of Summer.
The Pitt County All-Star team came up 1 win short of the state championship last year.
They had a goal last year when we finished second in the state to get back this year. They put in a lot of extra work, a lot of sweat and tears went into this to get where they are.
That hard work has paid off as the team is now preparing to play against the best talent the country has to offer in the Little League Softball World Series.
I am very excited because I've played since I was 4 and I put in a lot of work.
Girls work year-round. It's not a 3-month process, it's a yearly process.
There's still a lot of work to be done before the tournament begins in August, but the team is excited about making the most of the opportunity.
Oh yeah, Kayla! It's very exciting knowing that we can all go together and have a good experience there. So I've never done this before, it's once in a lifetime thing.
To make it even more special, the team gets to act as the host, playing at Elm Street Park in front of their friends, family, and community.
I think it's really exciting to have that too because we're going to have a bunch of people from the community coming out to support us, and it's going to be really loud, and it's mostly going to be our fans there.
This is one of the rare occasions where you can actually play in a World Series at home and have all your friends and family show up to support you. We expect a large crowd at Elm Street when we play.
Playing in a national spotlight and in front of fans from around the world brings up plenty of emotions.
Very excited but nervous at the same time.
But win or lose, it's something to remember for the players and coaches.
They'll always be remembered as the first.
And they certainly won't be the last. In Greenville, Garrett Short, 9 on Your Side Sports.
We'll look forward to that. And we wanted to take some time to wish our anchor, Angie Casada's little one, a very happy belated birthday. Avery celebrated turning 1 on Tuesday. And Angie, you know, she did a beautiful job decorating for her special day. Her birthday theme was all Disney Moana. It's her favorite. I think it's safe to say Avery just loves cake. I mean, look at her. She's so cute. I mean, it looks delicious, and you can't get much better than that. A very happy birthday to this sweet little girl. And thanks for watching 9 on the Positive Side. We hope you enjoyed this video of some otters playing. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you next time.